Welcome to Parliament TV. I am Tshepo Mori. This week in Parliament, a debate on the rising costs of living, questions for oral reply, mini plenary sessions, consideration of bills and budgetary review and recommendations reports are some of the items scheduled for week 29 of the parliamentary programme. On Tuesday at 2 p.m, the National Assembly will consider 4 bills: the Marine Oil Pollution Bill, the Divorce Amendment Bill, Regulation of Interception of Communications and Provision of Communication-Related Information Amendment Bill, and the Cannabis for Private Purposes Bill. The plenary will also consider the report of the Chief Whips Forum on the benchmarking study visits to Ireland from 12 to 14 June 2023 and Kenya from 19 to 21 June 2023. On Wednesday at 2 p.m, the National Council of Provinces will convene a hybrid plenary to consider the Prevention and Combating of Hate Crimes and Hate Speech Bill. The revised draft of the bill was introduced in April 2018. It intends to give effect to South Africa's constitutional and international obligations to address frequently occurring and sometimes violent conduct of persons who are motivated by clear and defined prejudices. The bill creates the offences of hate crime and hate speech and sets out measures aimed at preventing and combating these offences. This council will also debate on the 2023 Africa Industrialisation Day under the theme Renewed Commitment Towards an Inclusive and Sustainable Industrialisation and Economic Diversification Plan for South Africa. The Social Services Cluster ministers are scheduled to appear before the National Assembly on Wednesday at 3 p.m. for an oral question and answer session. The cluster comprises ministers responsible for higher education, science and innovation, basic education, human settlement, water and sanitation, health and social development. On Thursday, the National Council of Provinces will consider select committee reports and hold a debate on the rising cost of living in South Africa and the impact this has on the quality of life in the country. The National Assembly's Programme Committee will happen at 8:30 a.m. There are also 3 virtual mini-plenary sessions scheduled to discuss matters of national importance and to wrap up the week. Items penned in for discussion at the mini-plenary sessions scheduled for Thursday at 2 p.m. include a draft resolution on the removal of the Israel Embassy in South Africa and suspension of all diplomatic relations with Israel, and subjects of discussion on the significance of the expanded composition of the nations comprising the BRICS bloc to advance the South-South agenda and the transformation of the international multilateral institutions, strengthening the capacity of law enforcement agencies in the fight against violent crimes and to tackle illicit economic activities like illegal mining, extortion, and economic sabotage, and climate change mitigation and adaptation strategies to conserve water and minimize the impact of natural disasters on the provision of basic services. Parliament continues to fulfill its constitutional responsibilities. Much of Parliament's lawmaking and oversight work, which includes public access and involvement, is carried out in its committees. There are 31 committee meetings scheduled for this week, while some of the committees continue with public hearings across the country to gather input and views from the public on important bills. For the full list of scheduled committee meetings, please visit www.parliament.gov.za/committee-schedules. Thank you for watching Parliament TV. I am Tshepo Mori. Goodbye.